Shalom, first and foremost, would like to give our praises, glory and honors to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai, Bashem, Rakah, Kodash, and double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Stone, and salutations to all the brothers and others in the Bible teaching this word in all sincerity and in all honesty. We are the Hebrew Israelites on the James Jamaica camp. We are here to do another Sabbath lesson to the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai, which we hope that this lesson is edifying now. Right now, we're just going to jump straight into an article, because we are in the time of war, yeah? Which is the war of Armageddon according to the scriptures, World War 3. So we're just going to jump straight into our article, and then brothers bring out some scriptures and we expound on the point, yeah? Because we have to make them scriptures come out, right?
It says, it's an article from RT, published 2nd of June 2019. It says, your forces will be exterminated. Hezbollah warns US, Israel and Saudi Arabia not to attack Iran.
Yeah, which we know that that's the last straw. As when them attack Iran, that's when all hell is gonna break loose. See? That's right, yeah, you can find the scripture. Yeah. See? Yeah. See, that's when all hell is gonna break loose. See? So right now we are this close. See, so our faith is supposed to be dying out, our faith is supposed to be increasing. Because over the years, we have been speaking of these prophecies, man. Saying laboring, speaking about it. Speaking about even the RFID microchip before it was even so plain to the majority or to the masses, yeah? And we see it unfold, and even now, this I make more even perfect. We see it unfold. So this is just what was written in the scriptures again, played out right now. Continue the article.
It says, the leader of Hezbollah has warned the US and its Middle Eastern allies against seeking war with Iran, saying it would set the entire region on fire and result in the extermination of American, Israeli and Saudi forces. Any war on Iran would mean the whole region will be set ablaze. Hassan Nasrallah Friday, all US forces and interests in the region will be exterminated.
Yeah, because Iran keep on make whole rockets, saying that who's Iran in the scriptures? Persia.
Persia, man.
You understand? And Persia was known for what? For having great archers, man. Yeah? So these men spend almost every day, them scientists are trying to come up with a new way of our design of transfer them rockets, or come up with different type of rockets, man. See? And they're gonna use them rockets, because them say all the bases that America have in the Middle East, them have them rockets point to them bases, and this was from Ahmadinejad was in power. See? Because he make a statement that Israel should be wiped off the map, which goes back to the scriptures. Saying, because the Lord tell them I'm going to destroy even the land of Israel and his return. And rebuild it again. Saying, so what they're saying is just what the scriptures already have been saying. Saying they're just playing it out now in action, yeah, in real time. Go ahead.
It says US forces' interest in the region will be exterminated, and those who conspire with US will pay the price.
Like Israel, right?
First Israel, then Al-Assad, which is Saudi Arabia.
Exactly. Saying first Israel. Because really and truly, the only friend America have in the Middle East really is who? Is
the Israeli, man. The Israeli.
Yeah, you understand? Because where does these Israelis get their funding from? America is their powerhouse when it comes to backing. Saying, and then you have Benjamin Netanyahu saying, yeah, Benjamin Netanyahu basically is another hot-minded cracker just like Donald J. Trump. So you can see where this thing is speeding up, that the war of Armageddon is inevitable. Saying it's just right around the corner. It's just a lot of scripture say, only he who letteth will now let until he be what? Taken out of his way. So it's just the Lord using them angels to hold back this war so that the elect can be sealed. See? Go ahead. Bring us some scriptures.
This is Jeremiah 50 and verse 29. It says, call together the archers against Babylon.
Right, the scripture says, call together the archers against Babylon. Saying, as I said before, Persia is a great archer, man, which today is called what? Iran. See, Russia, China, even EU, and the European nations are going to shoot missiles against Babylon. And Ezekiel 38, it tell like the Lord are going to send Gog against even land. So, trust me, it's not going to be a pretty sight. There, go ahead, huh?
Right. So, all ye that bend the bow, camp against it round about, let none thereof escape.
And the camping start financially. Seeing them start push America back to the wall when they do like bilateral trading. Say trading the cryptocurrencies. Say, and then you find out that them American military spread them soldiers all over. And then you have the like Russian soldiers that come closer to the American waters and all them things. See, so a whole heap of things happen right now in the spirit, man. A whole heap of things that take place in the spirit.
Because you see Donald Trump come here and say, I'm going to send 1,500 troops over there in the Middle East, man. For security reasons. What you know, hey, I'm going to raise a war against Iran.
Hey, and when this war starts, if you get all them soldiers that get found in the Middle East, not one of them now come back, man. Because first thing first, I'm going to take the microchip and the scripture tell you what's going to happen if you take that chip. So the scripture said the mountain shall be what? Melted with their blood, man. Saying, continue the scripture.
To recompense her according to her works, according to all that she had done. Do unto her, for she had been proud against the Lord, and against the Holy One of Israel.
Right. Saying, yes, she had been proud. And we times upon times, we've been showing, saying, one of the way you're proud against the Lord. They say, look what you're doing to the Lord's people, man. Saying, don't play in the name of the Lord. Don't play in the Heavenly Father as creation, thinking that you can do it better.
Good.
And all different abominable things that you've done. Saying you have been proud against the Lord, man. Proud against the Holy One of Israel. You are shy. That's the reason why you struck him, yeah? You beat him and knock him and put him up on a cross. Saying you're proud against the Lord. And the pride started from even before the Lord was born, because Herod himself, which was an Edomite, wanted to what? Wanted to slay the son of the Most High, Yahushai, yeah?
Done.
Saying you wanted to slay Yahushai, you're proud against the Lord. Setting up yourself, boy, you're the king of the Jews. How the hell are you the king of the Jews? And it's the same goddamn spirit that Donald J. Trump have now. Saying like you are the king of Israel. But two Israelites go, oh, Mr. Trump. Oh, Mr. Trump, open your heart. Saying, I deal with that. Say, oh, Mr. Trump, you're going to go into what? Slavery, man. Saying that we are dealing with. Continue.
This is Joel 2 verse 20. It says, but I will move far off from you the northern army.
Which is the US Army, man. Because you have to understand in the scriptures you have two north. Even now on the map you have two north. You have the north, which is up there in Russia, and you have the uttermost north, which is the continent of North America. So this is speaking about the US Army. It says, I will move far off from you the northern army. Why do you think America is in the South China Sea? In Africa, called the Africom, all over the world. In the Middle East, all over. Saying because they might try to keep the American hegemony on the go. Saying where they have the rulership and the dictatorship over everybody else. Saying, go ahead.
And I will drive him into a land barren and desolate.
And that land that barren and desolate is in the Middle East, man. Right there in the Middle East. Smack in the middle of the Middle East. Go ahead.
With his face towards the East Sea.
Which is the Euphrates come all the way down. Go ahead.
And is in the part towards the utmost sea.
Right, the Gulf of Suez, the Red Sea. Saying, so that's where the epicenter of this war is going to begin. That's the reason why you hear Iran say if you attack Hezbollah, then we're going to do this and we're going to do that. See, and let me say this, these American soldiers always downplay other countries' military, man. See, because show them know so them have whole pack gadgets and them have the biggest military and thing. See, check Vietnam, the Vietnam War. When the soldiers was going on the battlefield, they said, it was on 2 weeks and cover up everything because, you know, it's gonna shoot up them Kang here like nothing. And when them go up on the battlefield, man, them all shoot them one and two of them get cornered by Vietnamese Kangs, man. Saying, using the Ho Chi Minh Trail, devastate them. And furthermore, the American soldiers, them are some little youth where a game. Saying,
learn to fly
Call of
drone,
Duty and all them things that them a play. them not used to seeing real warfare. Say, and some of them even when them play the game, them have emotions towards it. Like if there's somebody there, them like them feel it. Saying like some girl type behavior. No, in countries like Iran and those places, man, them use a certain levity. If you do certain things, a man come with an AK and pack up. And it becomes, it is the norm. See, because once they go against the law, see, but the Americans, them, they're used to that because they get comfortable, man. Comfortable.
Men like them that deal with death before the sun, man. They rather die for them country and die for them believe in them. A lot of these men where you see say them are join the American army, man. Especially the jokes them you see going in the American army. Them going in because of monetary reason, man. Because them some of them family destitute and in a impoverished lifestyle, them go join the army. That's them can help out them family and stuff.
So they can
see?
dead.
Yeah.
See?
Says and his stink shall come up, and his ill savor shall come up.
Stinking smell, man.
Yeah. Because he had done great things.
Yeah, he do war for things against the Lord and his anointed, man. So his scripture says stink.
Stink shall come up.
Come up, man. Saying, can you imagine looking out on the streets of the spirited body, man? That is the time that we're going in right now. Seeing very soon. Seeing?
It's a Revelation. Revelation 19 and verse 17 said, and I saw an angel standing in the midst, in the sun, and he cried with a loud voice, saying, to all the foes that flieth in the midst of heaven, come and gather yourselves together unto the supper of the great Yahweh.
Hey, first, you say we have to make mention of this as a good precept. Saying we have to make mention of the sacrifice of the Lord. Saying the Lord will prepare a supper, man. A supper for all the
Foes of the earth.
yeah, all the unclean animals that was designed to clean the earth. Yeah? The Lord will create a great supper for you, man. It's gonna be the flesh of men. Go ahead.
That he may eat the flesh of kings, and the flesh of captains, and the flesh of mighty men, and the flesh of horses, and of them that sit on them, and the flesh of all men, both free and bond, both small and great. And I saw the beasts and the kings of the earth and their armies gathered together to make war against him that sit on the horse and against his army.
Yeah, which is Yahweh Shai. See that the horse that I speak about is not Pegasus, man. I speak about the chariot, man. So-called UFO. Which we went into last night on the road lesson. See, so you're gonna have, when this war kick off, you're gonna have this great sacrifice, dead bodies on the streets, man, all over. So you see all them youth who love kick little maga dog them, which is against the scriptures. The dog them ever feel sweetly on you, man.
Dog them get fat.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice.
When a dog properly get properly feed, even the very ear when them shine. Shine. So you're gonna see that sheen on them in the days to come, yeah?
Right, this is Isaiah 34 and verse 1. Come near, ye nations, to hear, and hearken, ye people. Let the earth hear, and all that is therein, and the world, and all these things that come forth of it. For the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies. He had utterly destroyed them, and he had delivered them to the slaughter.
Right, and that's the place right now where we're heading. See, all this was prophesied of. This was in the mind of the Lord. But through the Lord is a God that believe in script and movie roles. Yeah, the Lord allow it to play out right now. And it play out, yeah. We make it move in motion, decently and in order. This is the motion of the prophecies that take place now. Because right now, the earth is in a chaotic state where there's no point of returning from a war. Because what America will do? Stand and take losses, become a country that has high inflation. They're not going to do that. And then them have to go to war. And China not going to sit by and watch America sanction them straight so them can't make the money. So them country can't progress. Likewise Russia. So we even though some of them don't really want to go, they don't really want to just jump out and start the war. But each and every day as things goes by, it assures that this war is now becoming more inevitable, man.
Good.
Saying, you call it kicking the can down the road. You're walking down the road, you kick the can, you walk, you go meet it again, and you kick it again. Saying, so the more the days go by, is the more this war is being more inevitable. Go ahead.
And the Lord make all of these small armies, which was once small.
Yeah.
Hey,
them become weak as we.
Them get brave now. Them get brave towards America, man. See? So and the Lord how about you make sure you put in them heart, man. Hey, to get brave, man. See? So they can come talk highly against the mighty America. See?
Just the heart of the king is in the hands of the
Lord, them turn it whichever way you want, man. So that's why them coming out right now and I say, yo, if America or any of these and them allies attack we, hey, Iran come out the other day and them say America army they are the weakest in history right now. See? So them army they are the weakest in history. See? So we can see where the prophecies them are fulfilled day by day, man.
Their slain also shall be cast out, and their sting shall come up out of their carcasses, and the mountains shall be melted with their blood.
Exactly, the mountain shall be, as well make it reference to. Seeing your sting shall come out of their carcasses. Seeing? And you know what's going to be the first job of these Eden when I'm going to captivity? That's the first job? Bury dead bodies, man.
Burn.
Yeah? Have it? Ezekiel, yeah. Bring it out.
This is Ezekiel 39 verse 11. Right? It reads, and it shall come to pass in that day that when I give unto Gog a place, right?
Speaking of Russia today, man. Speaking of Russia, well, not the news station, but in today's the name when you get the country.
Yes,
Speaking about Russia, man. Go ahead.
So, and I will give unto Gog a place there of grave in Israel, right? The valley of the passengers and the east of the sea, and it shall stop the nose of the passengers, and there shall they bury Gog and all his multitude, and they shall call it the valley of Ammon-Gog. And 7 months shall the house of Israel be burying them of them, okay? And they may cleanse the land. Yea,
Exactly.
all the people of the land shall bury them, and it shall be to them a renowned day that I shall be glorified, said the Lord. And they shall and they shall sever and they shall sever out men of continual employment.
And them not getting no pay. Because they were slaves, man. They shall sever out men of continual employment. So you can imagine this is Jacob Rothschild and the field and the size. See? Yeah, but bury them. See? Go ahead.
So they shall sever out men of continual employment passing through the land to bury, right, with the passengers, those that remain upon the face of the earth, to cleanse it after the end of 7 months shall they search. And the passengers that pass through the land, when any seeth a man's bone, he shall set up a sign by it till the buriers be buried it in the valley of Ammon-Gog.
Exactly. So after all them burying, you know, you bury fast. Anything can happen, you might left a foot somewhere. Cause you know them bombs that go blast. Like mortars, open up man the pieces. So maybe a foot over there, a hand over there, or a skull over there. So when I go back through the land now, and let them use something like a stake or a stick or something to peg that. Look, one bone there right here. Oh, we reach our next bone over here. So whosoever bury can come and say, oh, take this up and carry go bury. Saying that are the first job of you Edomites and the rest of the nations, man. But chiefly you Edomites, man. Saying to ensure that the land of Israel is clean.
Yeah, but we make them dead bury one, dead two, and 10 times.
See?
Bury it and dig it up and bury it again.
Exactly. See? The amount of dead body we are going to bury, man. Saying a whole lot of dead body. See, look on your statistics, the amount of, you say what depopulate Earth from what, 7 billion? To what? 500 million?
Yeah, can.
Saying, how much dead bodies that, man?
6.5
Billion. Saying you have a whole lot of dead bodies to bury, man, in Israel. Even though it's not speaking about the entire earth. Saying, but, you know, because in America, everybody are going to be what? Totally be burned.
Burn to ashes.
So you cannot be speaking about America saying go where they go bury dead bodies in America. See? Go ahead. The last time I make the place I'm feet on. Glorious, man. See?
This is Joel 3 and 9. It says, proclaim me this among the Gentiles. Prepare war.
Yeah, right now we are say war. You know why we are say war? Because the Lord, the scriptures are say war. So proclaim war. We are telling nations them get ready. Get ready to fight this war where all of you are gonna lose. It's just that America will be the biggest loser. All of you are gonna lose this war. The only one that will come out victorious was the ones that never have no power in it at all, which are the Israelites. Which their power is in Yahweh and Yahweh. Saying the ones that never have a king to rule them all. Saying in righteousness, man. Saying them are gonna be the victors, the ones that are looked down and know, which are the men of the Lord. We peradventure, Lord's willing, we are a part of the elect. Understand? Go ahead.
It says, wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near.
Go ahead.
Let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears.
And we know what that means. You know, we know that when you hear about plowshares and pruning hooks, that have to do with what? Farming. So in other words, invest little bit of money in farming
and do more in war.
And more investment in military equipment for war. Saying just like Europe.
Yeah.
Saying
and that was going on in the world, man.
Exactly.
Every country I build a lot of military equipment. As I just bring it out, Iran I build a lot of rockets. Man. Russia I top up to them military, America top up their military, China doing the same.
Yeah,
every country around the world. Man.
America used to cost that the EU and the NATO countries them not spending enough money on the military. So Germany, Germany was spending what, 2% or 3% a couple years back in 2016. And I must say that is not enough. They need to spend more money on the military. Saying something to that effect. So that's the money I invest now. Yeah, money I invest for more weaponry than farming. Go ahead.
It says let the weak say I'm strong. Hey, and this
weak like Iran. Saying Russia. Russia was once weak. China was once weak. Saying all them countries here get strong, man. Iran. Saying get strong. Even Philippines are giving America a tough chat.
Yeah.
Look, we are friends with big guns. Saying, which is Russia was the president of Philippines. I speak about. Go ahead.
Although he's a madman still. He says, assemble yourselves and come all ye Eden and gather yourselves together round about thither. Cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord. Let the Eden be wakened, and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat.
Yeah, let the heathen be awakened. All of them are awoken already. Saying, well, the last about Russia, saying, for the Lord will raise up the spirit of the kings of the Medes. Saying, all them country here are already awoken to the fact that, look, there's no peace with America, man. Saying, so the only thing we have to go do now is what? Go to war. Even though they don't really want go to war like that, but as I said before, as the days goes by, the odds remain that, look, it's inevitable we have to go to war. Saying, Putin, they say, do you know what you have done? Saying, you see, no, we can't turn back. Saying, go ahead.
Says, to the valley of Jehoshaphat, for there will I sit to judge all the Eden round about.
Right, word Jehoshaphat is from the Hebrew Yahweh Shaphat, which means Yahweh's judgment, man. That's where the decision of the Lord's gonna be made. See, right there in the Middle East, man. They are gonna show you, you Eden, is wrath. See, another title for the Lord is what? The Lord of Sabaoth. When you look up the word Sabaoth, it means what? Armies. So he's the Lord of armies, man. Both in the heavens and here on the earth. So he's the Lord. The Lord is the master, the mastermind behind all armies, man. Go ahead.
It says, put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come get you down, for the press is full. The fats overflow, for their wickedness is great.
Exactly.
It says, multitudes in the valley of decision.
Yeah, which is the Middle East, man. You find the Russian army there, you find the Chinese army there, Syrian army there, Iranian army there, Iraq army there, the American army there, Israel army there. All them different armies gonna be there, man. So multitudes in the valley of decision, man. Go ahead.
It says, for the day of the Lord is near in the valley of decision. Then,
and the scripture telling you, Isaiah 13, that the day of the Lord come with a thrill. Coming with wrath. It can come as a desolation from the Almighty, man. Saying to lay the whole land desolate. Saying, you have a quick switch up? What do you want, bro?
Jeremiah 50:22. A sound of battle is in the land and of great destruction. How is the armor of the whole earth cast asunder and broken?
Yeah, the armor of the earth is America. Why is America the armor of the earth? Seeing their policies, they don't want to push them. Besides, say anybody with them push it pan is supposed to work. So it's supposed to go. So it's always the armor of the earth broken, man. Saying, right, that's the reason why Donald Trump said, if EU countries that trade oil by Iranian oil, you're prone to a sanction. Say, because that means say, if you don't go your way then, that means say, yo, you're pay the penalty for it. Yeah, see, the hammer of the earth, being the bully on the earth. So oh, is the armor of the earth broken down? Go ahead.
How is Babylon become a desolation among the nations?
Go ahead.
I have laid a snare for thee, and thou art also taken.
Right, the Lord said a trap for you, because the word snare is another word way of saying trap.
You get tricked.
You get trapped, and you see, all your regime, all the policies, them, all the legislation that we are signed, saying all them things here basically entrap you to be destroyed, man. Say, and the pride, you say the pride of thine heart that deceived thee, oh thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, man.
Gone.
Say, your pride, man, you're totally deceived to the point where you can fight. The thing you can actually go up toe to toe with the King of Kings and Lord of Lords, man. You feel like you can fight and win. Though you become so stupid and proud, man. Go ahead.
You can say this to hey, they know that the most I even build up that pride.
Exactly.
It's like fear. Like
exactly.
Fear. So, you know, when Yahushua come, you know, you can even get a little, you know, more competition.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
That's how it is.
Well, actually, in reality, you are no competition, man. Same, but as I say, entertainment. Exactly, you are no competition, man.
The Lord don't want the war look too unfair.
Hey, exactly. When the Lord made this promise to Israel that he might give his seed, the Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the seed to rule the earth. Last time him look across the heavens and the earth and him never see nobody who him could have swear by, so him swear by himself. Saying, so who is you? Saying, imagine you have to swear by yourself. Saying that means say, you don't see another entity. Saying with the level of power where him have. Saying exactly. Exactly.
And thou art also taken, O Babylon, and thou was not aware. Thou art found and also caught, because thou had striven against the Lord. The Lord had opened his armory and had brought forth the weapons of his indignation.
Yeah, the word indignation is what? Righteous anger, man. Go ahead.
For this is the work of the Lord, Yahweh of hosts, in the lands of the Chaldeans.
Yeah, and Chaldeans is so-called Babylon, modern Babylonian,
Can.
which are the Edomites in America, man. Saying Babylon was Iraq, yeah? But it's not speaking about Iraq, it's speaking about the daughter of Babylon, or Mystery Babylon the Great, the so-called, when you go Psalms 137, it says, remember the children of Edom.
Edom, yeah?
Yeah? Babylon, who are to be what?
Destroyed, man.
Saying so that is written in the scriptures. You modern day Babylonians, the so-called white, who push all the confusion from the earth now? Man for married man, and man can turn woman, and woman can turn man, and all that. Saying, it's Chaldeans, man. The Americans, man, go ahead.
Come against her from the uttermost borders, open her storehouses, cast her up as heap, and destroy her utterly, let nothing of her be left.
Let nothing of her be left, because when the missiles hit, man, tell her that, yo, the elements shall what? Melt with fervent heat.
Right.
Hey, you go Malachi will show you, man. Say, everything will be stubble.
So, exactly.
Yeah.
He said, it shall leave them neither root nor branch.
Everything,
Exactly.
man, everything will become dust, man.
Exactly, the smell of smoke.
It says, Isaiah 13 and verse 4. It says, the noise of a multitude in the mountains, like as a great people, a tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations gathered together. The Lord of hosts mustereth the host of the battle.
Yeah, and I never the elite, some of them own. No. The Lord used them as a puppet. He said, the Lord of hosts mustereth the host of the battle. Saying the host, the heavenly host and the earthly host belongs to the Lord, man.
Can.
The Lord of Sabaoth. Go ahead.
It says, that will be done in heaven
As
as it is on earth.
deserved, exactly.
Yeah. It says, they come from a far country.
What come from a far country?
ICBM,
ICBMs, man. Go ahead.
See? From the end of heaven, even the Lord and the weapons of his indignation to destroy the whole land.
Man. Even the Lord's gonna come with it, man.
Can.
To destroy the whole land. What land? The land of America, man. Go ahead.
Holy, for the day of the Lord is at hand. It shall come as a destruction from the Almighty.
It shall come as a destruction from the Almighty.
You never say Esau. I never say the so-called white man. I never say the rest of them nation. You know?
It shall come with peace.
Yeah.
It shall come as a destruction from the Almighty.
It says, therefore shall all hands be faint, and every man's heart shall melt. See? And they shall be afraid. Pangs and sorrows shall take hold of them.
You can imagine you never that thing have it in the wildest imagination about them crafts, man. And I go through all the way, I go through until you see these crafts bust the sky.
Yeah.
See? You pinch yourself and wonder if I sleep, you're asleep. See? Wonder if you're asleep, man. Shit gonna get real very, very soon. See? Real. The life that you know you're living now is not gonna be this way anymore.
Can.
No electricity, no water, man. Because when the electricity stop, guess what? The pumps not gonna be able to pump the water in your pipeline. See? Some crazy time waiting for, man.
Gun.
Crazy time waiting for. Alright?
Hey, as I talk about the water, the pump not going to pump the water in your pipe. Hey, and some people have scanned all the madman them on the roadside or them stink.
Them are gonna stink.
A lot of people are stinking at them days, man.
Especially the moment.
Yeah, especially as the woman here, man.
Yeah, gonna stink.
They say, they shall be in pain as a woman in that travaileth. They shall be amazed one at another. Their faces shall all be as flames. See? It says, behold, the day of the Lord cometh cruel, both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate, and he shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it.
Yeah, and the evil among our people, the sinners among our people. Just like all the sinners among our people shall what?
Die by the sword.
Die by the sword, man. See, and also Esau, because he's the man of sin. You know? See, it's just say the missiles get prepared for what? To slay the what? The third part of men. And that third part of man is who? The Edomites. Because if you know the scriptures, you would know that the earth gets classified in 3 different types of men. The sons of Yahweh, the sons of the devil, and the sons of men. And Esau is the son of the devil, man, son of the wicked. See, the so-called white man. That old serpent, which is the devil, and Satan, man. See? That's what the scriptures say about him. Soon close after.
For the stars of heaven and the constellation thereof shall not give their light.
Yeah, because the Mrs. Zaka ensure that black that out, man. And the mushroom clouds go up. Go ahead.
It says, the sun shall be darkened in its going forth, and the moon shall not cause her light to shine. And I will punish the world for their evil and the wicked for their iniquity.
Hey, last time I punish the world for them evil, man. And the wicked for their iniquity. See? And that the iniquity fully hurt, man. Go ahead.
And I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease.
Yeah, and the arrogancy of Edom to cease. Same thinking that they can fight against the Lord, man. It's an arrogant fool. Go ahead.
See? And I will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible.
Last time I lay low the pride of you terrible, man. See? Go ahead. Scripture you have up.
This is Isaiah 2 and 11. It's Isaiah 2 verse 11 said, the lofty looks of men shall be humbled, and the haughtiness of men shall be bowed down, and the Lord alone shall be exalted in that day.
Yeah, the Lord will exalt himself and self, because himself and self there, I exalt him too. See, the Lord say, if you confess him before men, I'll confess him before the Father. But if you deny before men, I'm going to deny you before him Father. See, so when you come out here, when you come speak unto you Jesus, you come speak unto you Yahweh Hashem Yahweh. See, because we don't know if it's Jesus that you speak about. We know of Yahweh Shai. Go ahead.
For the day of the Lord of hosts shall be upon every one that is proud and lofty, and upon every man that is lifted up, and it shall be brought low. Right? And upon all the cedars of Lebanon, and the high and lifted up, right? And upon all the oak of Bashan, and upon all the high mountains, and upon all the high hills, upon every tower, every wall, and upon every fence wall, right? And upon the ships of Tarshish, right? And upon all pleasant pictures, and the loftiness of men shall be bowed down, and the haughtiness of men shall be brought low, and the Lord alone shall be exalted in that day.
And the Lord alone shall be exalted in that day.
And you see the scripture is repetitive. Repeat, then go over and over, man. See? Hey.
So repetition is the master of skills. Father of skills. Scripture?
Yeah. It's Malachi 4 and 1. Say, for behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, yea, all that do wickedly shall be stubble.
Right.
And the day that cometh shall burn them up, said the Lord of hosts, that it shall leave them neither root nor branch.
Neither root nor branch.
So that day that will burn you up, not believe you neither root nor branch, right? See, either root nor branch, and the Lord finished America. Anyway, this lesson has been an edifying one. I want to give our praises, glory, and honors to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh, Hashem, and double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Stone, and to the brothers out there pushing this word in sincerity. Shalom.
Shalom.